Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Christian Gingras. I'm a Crown Diamond with Max International. I reside in Toronto, Canada. And I am really excited to have the opportunity to share this wonderful business venture with you. I'm equally excited to have the opportunity to share this presentation with my co-presenter, Ann Turnbull, this evening or this afternoon, regardless, depending on where you reside in the world. And so we want to welcome you to joining us here today. We really look forward to share with you. It's going to be a short presentation. And keep in mind that the details and the compensation plan and everything, there's a lot of training for you to get the insights on what's going on. So again, we want to thank you for joining in, and it's a real pleasure. And at the end of the day, folks, what's really interesting here is Max International is a US-based company. They were established in 2007, and we're currently in 20 countries around the world, and we are quickly expanding. Just recently, we just opened the door for Cameroon and constantly expanding. The next country will be, as a matter of fact, Mexico. So it's really exciting. And we just can't wait as we keep expanding, despite the challenges that we're facing with this, challenging economy times. At the end of the day, folks, Max is still evolving. And what I love is we're a group of professionals from different backgrounds united with a common mission. And our mission-based business model is really based on the fact that we have incredible products backed up by science, but in the same time, it is mixed with a great business venture where the consumers can actually benefit for telling other consumers instead of defeating the fat cats. And this is what I'm really excited. So thank you, Anne, for joining us. It's a real pleasure to share with you. Oh, your audio is up.
Oh, so sorry, I'm muted. Oh, my apologies. Yeah,
Okay.
Thank you so much, Chris. It's wonderful to be here. And one thing I love about our company is our mission. Our mission is to empower people to build a legacy of significant change, both in their own lives and in the lives of others.
I totally agree, and the thing, and is what I love, look at it here. We have people from Kenya, we have people from Ghana, we have people from Nigeria, we have people from Canada. And this is what I love about the diversity of of people that are getting involved in this venture. And folks, listen, when you think about legacy and significant change, it all starts with you. And what changes do you want to see in your own life? You see, maybe you're looking for better finances. Maybe you're looking for this dream home and this dream car. Maybe you'd love to send your kids into this kind of high-end school, university, or college, or, kind of, again, different environment so you can really, they can really elaborate on the evolution and leadership of your child. At the end of the day, all of this does cost money. And with Max International, it gives us a great, wonderful opportunity to share and to benefit from the different stream of income that it creates by providing a wonderful product to the inland consumer.
Yeah, and I've definitely benefited. I know you have as well, Chris. But there's one thing that will stop us from making any significant change in our own lives or in the lives of others. In fact, there are two things. But the first of those is health. And unless we have good health, it's really hard to do much in the world to make any kind of impact, leave any kind of legacy. And in fact, health in today's world it's not improving. Of the top 10 leading causes of death, according to the WHO, 7 out of those top 10 are non-communicable diseases. Things like diabetes, heart disease, and all of those 7 are getting worse and not better. The numbers have increased over the last 10 years. And so, when you combine that with the stresses of the world today, like Chris said about the economy, we've come through a few years of COVID, there's just so much going on with health, and we need our health if we're going to be successful in life.
Wonderful. I totally agree, Anne. And the fact is, our overall health depends on the health of our individual cells. It's really as simple as it is. And if your cells are not healthy, your bodies are not healthy. And this is when we want to focus on this part of the presentation for you to get an understanding of what we bring to the inland consumer.
And every single cell needs something called glutathione to survive and to be healthy. Now, if you're like me, maybe you've never heard the word before being introduced to Max International, but it's a really, really important part of our bodies. And Chris is going to share more about what that is.
Absolutely. Well, as a matter of fact, and I'm going to turn this over to you, is what is glutathione? It's a little bit of a mouthful of a word, but what is glutathione?
Yeah, and sometimes I like to have people repeat, think about glue the tie on, right? Glue the tie on if you want to think about how to pronounce it, because really so many of us have not heard the word before, unless maybe you're a health professional. But glutathione is actually produced naturally in every single cell in our bodies. And every day our bodies face thousands and thousands of attacks on our cells. And glutathione is what protects us against all of the attacks we face every single day, against toxins, pollution, stress, all of the issues that we're facing every day. If we don't have enough glutathione, our cells cannot be healthy. And as Chris just said, if our cells cannot be healthy, our bodies cannot be healthy.
That's an understatement. And when we have optimal level of glutathione, we have so many benefits. And just to name a few, our immune system will be stronger. It reduces the inflammation in our cells. It helps to slow down our aging process. I know this is something that Demi and I are certainly very much welcoming, right? And the thing is, we get better energy, better sleep, reduce stress, and better mental focus and clarity. It's also important, to understand that it improves our performance, whether it is mental or physical. We get better stamina and recovery, so we can perform better, whether it is in the gym, the classroom, the boardroom, and even the bedroom. So I think these are all important aspects of life where having a lot of glutathione production within your bloodstream, it will serve you well.
Yeah, and I love the anti-aging benefits as well. I think all of us should love that as we're getting older, because the bad news is that as we do get older, our glutathione levels actually go down. And from the age of 20, our glutathione starts to go downhill naturally. And, the challenge is that we're losing 10 to 15% of our glutathione levels every single decade, so that by the time we're in our 40s, our 50s, we only have about half of what we need to live in optimal health. So this is a big deal.
I totally agree with you. And as a matter of fact, if you add the stress, the poor diet, toxins, illness, alcohol, and other issues that causes your glutathione levels to go down even faster. And remember, we said if you have an optimal level of glutathione in your cells, that means that your body is healthy. If you don't have enough glutathione in your cells, that means your body will not be healthy. You will not be healthy. It's as simple as that. So this particular precursors is extremely, extremely important. And it brings a big concern if we don't address it soon enough as you aging, hopefully gracefully.
Yeah, absolutely. And, there are over 74 diseases and health challenges associated with low glutathione. So almost every single health challenge you can imagine is associated with low glutathione. So things like diabetes, hypertension, stroke, arthritis, kidney issues, even infertility issues. So many things are associated with low glutathione. So it's really, really important that we figure this out.
I totally agree. And by the way, folks, I just love it that you're mentioning where you're coming from. I see from East Africa and West Africa and different parts of North America, and keep bringing them on here. So if you just popped in to this session, folks, let us know where you're coming from. We are watching, and as we're presenting this here. And again, folks, we've heard how important glutathione is. So why don't we just get more of it? And that's always been the challenge. See, if you take glutathione in a form of a pill or a capsules, it will be destroyed through the digestive tract. And there's another way where you can go consider intravenous glutathione. It's inconvenient, it is expensive, and it's also short-lived. And the thing too is the glutathione is not formed inside your cells, it's not formed inside your cells, but it actually roams around your cells. It does do its job, but again, very short-lived. What we have are the precursors. We have the solution. And this is what we want to introduce to you. And this is what makes our company unique.
Yes, this is what makes us so excited every day because we have the answer to raising glutathione in the cells. And that answer is ribosine. So you can see it up here on the screen. Just type ribosine into the chat for me if you would. And ribosine is not glutathione. Ribosine actually gives our cells the nutrients we need to make glutathione naturally ourselves. And that's why it's so fantastic because, we are supposed to be making glutathione in our cells. And what we have is something that will help us do that naturally. So this is really, really exciting.
I totally agree. And I lost my mouse. What's going on here? Well, this is not fun.
I see your connection is lost.
Yeah, so the timing is incredible, isn't it?
There we are.
See, ribosine was created by Dr. Herb T. Nagasawa. He's an amazing man with over 45 years of professorship who spent over 25 years of his life in the scientific research of ribosine, folks, with 43 peer-reviewed studies and more to come. And here's what I really like here. Ribosine is the most advanced glutathione support available in the world today. As a matter of fact, over 300% more effective than the next best alternative. Here's the kicker. We own the next best alternative, which used to be introduced with the very first product, which we introduced with a product called Max GXL, which is Maximum Glutathione Accelerator. That's when a Max GXL was originally actually conceived. And as a matter of fact, the NSL cysteine, the short version is NAC. Now, we've basically introduced the Bentley, where we upgraded it with the ribosine technology, which is a lot more potent and it actually very, very effective as a precursor to elevate glutathione. So it's a very, very big deal. See, ribosine is truly a scientific breakthrough that solves a real problem in the world today. Folks, some of you may be aware, when you solve a common problem for the many, this is where the millionaires can be created. And that's why I have a very big vision for Max International, because we have a solution to a very common problem around the world.
Wow. Well, I just learned something, Chris. I know you've been in Max for, I've been in Max for 13 years, which is just coming up to my 13-year anniversary. And I know you've been in longer than I have. So yeah. I just learned something new. That's amazing. And you wonder, well, where can you find this ribosine? It's so incredible, so amazing. And you can find it in our breakthrough products. And the best thing about our products is not only are they incredibly effective, but they're all certified. So they're halal certified, which means that our Muslim brothers and sisters can take the products freely. They're certified to have no banned substances. And this is a big deal because, yes, athletes, Olympic athletes, world-class athletes can take them without any fear of having banned substances tested. In fact, we have an athlete here in Tanzania who is, I think, at the Commonwealth Games this week, who uses our products. And so what I like about that is that we can know ourselves. I'm not a world-class athlete, but I like to know there's nothing bad in the products that I'm taking. And of course, anywhere that we are officially open in the world, our products are also approved by whatever health authority is required to approve supplements. So in Kenya, which is where I am right now, it's the Pharmacy and Poisons Board. In Canada, where I'm originally from, it's Health Canada. And any country that requires a certification or an approval or registration with our products, where we are open officially, we have that absolutely. So a great lineup of products.
Absolutely brilliant. And let's talk about our flagship product here. Celgivity is our most advanced formula. So if you're considering this, the product as what product should you start with and start this company, this is the one. It contains the ribosine and 12 supporting ingredients to raise the glutathione level within your cells. Now, you take 2 capsules in the morning and 2 in the evening, or some of you may want to take 2 in the afternoon. Regardless, what's very important is to drink a lot of water. You'll notice better energy, better mental focus, better sleep, and reduce the aches and pains. You'll find that, and it's really interesting. For someone with health challenges, sometimes the results can be, challenging. And if you are healthy and you want to remain healthy, listen, folks, take the Celgivity. That will preserve your body for longer term, right? If you're aging and, want to stay youthful, take Celgivity. As I stated, this is what my wife and I are looking for, of course, among everything else. If you had health challenges and you're recovering, take the Celgivity. Don't hesitate. And folks, if you're even struggling with your health and running out of options, take the Celgivity. If you feel to consult with your doctor, by all means, just make sure to understand what glutathione is, because the reality is not every medical practitioners even have heard the word of glutathione. It sounds ironic, but it is the reality. So it is important to note that our products are supplements. They are taken alongside with your regular medication, and it is not designed to treat, cure, or prevent any disease. All they do is improve the glutathione production, which reduces the inflammation. And by reducing inflammation, you give your body a better environment for your body to heal. And I really recommend you commit for at least 90 days. Sometimes we forget they might have taken us 40 years, 50 years, 60 years and above, you know what I mean, to be where we are today. And now we're living the residual of decisions we made through our life. And, you know, taking the product for 2 weeks, it's often not going to grow wings on your back. But if you give it yourself to take it at least 90 days, you give a body a fair chance to really assess the product and how your body can benefit. And that's what we recommend.
Yeah, absolutely. I always recommend committing for 90 days. Just try and see for yourself. You know, someone might experience the benefits a lot sooner, but it's a good idea to commit for 90 days. Now, this product, Max ATP, oh my gosh. What I love about Max ATP is usually in about 15 minutes, most people are going to notice a difference. So Max ATP is our performance on demand product. So for any kind of mental or physical performance. So if it comes in a powder sachet, you mix it up with water, and you have a small bottle of water or a small glass of water. You can even take it in a very tiny amount of water if you like it more concentrated. And usually in about 15 minutes, if you're tired, you're going to feel alert. You're not going to feel tired anymore. If you have a headache, it will be gone. That's the beautiful thing about Max ATP. And if you have to do anything with your brain, maybe you're making a presentation, maybe you have to write a report, or maybe you're reading and studying, you'll feel very, very sharp and very focused. But if you have to do anything physical, maybe you're going to exercise, or maybe even in the other room, you're going to have great stamina, great strength, and you're going to recover very, very quickly. So this is an excellent product to use just when you need something during the day. Some days you may have one, some days you may not have any at all. Some days you may even have more than one, but it's a great product to use for yourself. And it's also a great product to have on hand to use as samples for your potential customers or business partners.
I totally agree with you. And here's another great one is the Max Infuse. It's another excellent product. It comes in a small powder sachet. You mix it with water. And what I really love about this particular product is it takes 20,000 calories of food, converts it into 10 calories of food. Now, this is extremely, extremely powerful. It's an excellent source of nutrition, especially for busy people on the go and those that are dealing with health challenges. The Max Infuse is a great, great pair to utilize with your Celgivity and also with the ATP. I know Tammy and I use all three products on a daily basis. Absolutely love it.
Beautiful. And here's one that we're having a lot of fun with, especially it's just been launched in Nigeria earlier in the year. And many of our new markets are really enjoying this product. It's MetaSwitch. It is for weight management and weight loss. And what I like to say about MetaSwitch is that it is healthy weight loss in 90 days. So definitely you want to commit to this one for 90 days, but so many weight loss products are, they really have stimulants in them. They make your heart race, or you might lose weight, but you're losing your muscle as well. And so by the time you ever start doing anything normal again, you're actually going to gain back even bigger than when you started. And so how Switch works is it targets your metabolism. So it will help your metabolism work better, or work the way that it's supposed to, so that you're able to burn your calories more efficiently. And the beautiful thing is that you will lose fat, but you will keep your lean muscle. In fact, you can even build more lean muscle if you want to exercise. It removes all of the toxins and the waste that is being created as you're losing your fat. And it will actually give you great energy. You'll feel better because you are also raising glutathione levels. So this is an incredible product. People are having great results with it. So if you want to do anything with your weight, just manage your weight. For me, I'm using it regularly as well. And it's a great product.
Totally, Anne. And the last product we're going to talk about today is our blends of omega-3, 5, and 7 oil. It is an excellent product for the skin, the heart, the brain, and the eyes, all the important elements of your body that we use every single day, of course. And what I really like about the 357, it's where Max acquires their raw product. If we talk about, for example, the omega-7, the pollock fish from the Norwegian waters, which is considered some of the purest waters in the world. And within 6 hours, the oil is extracted from the product and it is actually ready to be processed. So Max International has one of the highest standard when it comes to raw ingredients and very high quality. This is one thing that you can rest assured with Max International is the quality of the products are extremely high.
Beautiful. And there are so many testimonies. Oh my gosh, we get them every single day. If you have a testimony, if you have a story and experience you want to share about the Max products, just type me into the chat so that we can bring you up and allow you to share your story, your experience. I thought I saw Dr. David on the call as well from Nigeria. Dr. David, if you're able, I don't know if you're in a noisy place right now, but if you're able to share your experience, I know you've had some incredible experiences with our products. Just type a me into the chat as well, so that I can go ahead and unmute you, or we can bring you up as a panelist. Like I say, we get testimonies, beautiful testimonies all the time. I had a wonderful story from a lady last week who called me to say that she had been experiencing a lot of ovarian cysts and fibroids, and they were up to 12 centimeters, 10 centimeters, 9 centimeters, and she had many of them. She was noticing them, they were uncomfortable, she could see them, she could feel them. And she had been on our products for just a month, and the scan that she just had at the doctor's showed that they could not find any ovarian cysts any longer. So she wanted to continue on the products to continue to reduce her fibroids, which were already starting to reduce, which is amazing. And of course, our Max products are supplements. They do not treat or cure any disease. They simply raise glutathione in the cells. And when that happens, amazing things can happen. And so, as I say, we always just say, commit for 90 days, try and see. So we get testimonies day in and day out. We had one of our amazing doctors with me last week who was sharing his own story about how, he's an orthopedic surgeon, but he was having a lot of back pain, and he was even thinking, would he have to be operated on because he was no longer really able to do his work. And he was talking to his colleagues about having an operation. And finally, he tried the Max products, which he had been very skeptical about, because a lot of doctors, they can be a bit skeptical about supplements, but when they actually start to read our science and they use our products and they try them with people around them, it's game over, it's done, because the science is so deep and the products are so effective that we win over a lot of people who have ever been skeptical before about supplements. So our doctor tried the supplements, tried our Max products and Celgevity, and within a few weeks, his back pain had subsided, and now he feels fantastic. No more operation. He's got lots of energy, and he's one of the most passionate people I see who is promoting Max products because he believes so strongly in the effectiveness of the products. So give the products a try for yourself. You will absolutely love them.
I totally agree, and if there's anybody who's surfaces for the testimony, it would be great to hear it. And folks, the reality is, we have thousands and thousands of testimonies available, and the fact here is we know that health and income are two of the basic requirements to create a lifestyle of significance and making an impact in the world. Tammy and I know Anne could probably agree to that, we have witnessed that firsthand, where people's lives have changed. And despite the challenge that we're facing with our inflation economy, the fact is, if you stay the course and you stay focused in sharing this wonderful opportunity, it will maintain your lifestyle. And the fact is, when everything starts, and I think by And again, don't quote me on that, but I think October, November seems to be the month where things are going to start kicking back up again. Get ready for rain. Now it's time to plant the seeds. So, folks, we are taking this opportunity with this amazing scientific ribosine that we talked about, and it brings us a great income opportunity to share with you.
Yeah, beautiful. And because we have products that really solve a problem in the world, you do have that opportunity. And for some, it might just be, well, let me make enough money to pay for my products. For some, it might be, you know what, I'm loving what I'm doing as my job or as my business or my current career. Let me just do this part-time, make a little extra income to help pay for the things I want to pay for. Brilliant. But for some who want a bigger vision, who want to achieve a lot more in life, there's so much potential to achieve more than perhaps you've ever even dreamed about. And that's what I love about the opportunity with Max International.
I agree. And see, if you take a look at companies listed here, what do they all have in common? Just think about it. We're talking about Facebook, Bolt, Airbnb, Alibaba, Expedia. What do they all have in common? They all make use of the internet and they connect people to products and services.
Absolutely. And in today's economy, companies using the internet, people using the internet, of course, we all do that. And networking is really the name of the game. You really can't achieve much in the world without networking, without connecting to other people, whether you're selling, whether you're building services, whatever you're doing, networking and internet is going to be key to your success.
Agreed. See, we're living in a plug and play economy here, folks. And successful businesses now create value by taking, as I was saying, products and services and connecting them to people who needs them. This is exactly what we're all about. Through their platforms and technology, let's take Uber, for example. Uber connects drivers who needs passengers and passengers who needs rides. They're a platform that allows users to plug in and get value. They didn't create the two parties, but they have developed a massive business connecting them. We're talking billions and billions of dollars. It's an app, folks. It's a piece of software. And they've changed the world when it comes to convenience for transportation. Let's take Alibaba, for example, create a platform to connect sellers and buyers. Expedia, connect travelers in hotels and flights. This is the way of the future. And Max International is perfectly positioned to take advantage of this trend. Would you agree, Anne?
Exactly. And that's exactly what we do. So if you think about our business, there's actually really only two things that we do. We share and we teach. And so we share the products and the business opportunity with people, and we teach those who want a business how to be successful. Now, as you're sharing the products and the business opportunity with people, just like we're sharing it with you tonight, some people are going to be interested in the products, and some people will be interested in the products and the business. So now you connect those who are interested in the products or the products and the business into the company through you. And because you're the one who's made that connection, created that value, you get paid a commission on their product purchases.
It's really that simple. And as you connect more and more people to Max, they do the same. Your teams and their team grows. It's really that simple. So from there, as their team grows and they start purchasing packages to get their business started, or they become a customer, or they just consume on an auto ship basis, it increases and your networks increases. And all of these purchases gets converted into a point system that converts into your money. Wherever you reside in the world, Max has a system to convert these points into your currency. And this is how you make your living. The fact here is what we do here at Max International is we share the information and we consistently duplicate the process. And this is how the network has grown. And this is how your residual income could grow to ways that you've never imagined.
Absolutely. And as you're teaching people what to do, how to talk to people, you're duplicating the process, more and more people are being connected into the company through you and through your network, then you can be actually earning up to 40,000 US dollars every single month. And that's just one of our commissions. So it's pretty exciting and there's a lot of opportunity.
Absolutely. And how do you earn commission? Well, here's how it's simple. So you don't need to buy garages of products every month. You just need to consume your personal consumption. which equivalents to about 100 CV. CV stands for commissionable volume that you pay in shilling or Ghana cedis or Naira or dollars or Canadian dollars or whatever it is. Then Max will actually give you the product in exchange for your payment. And in turn, it's converted into a point system, which we call commissionable volume, summarized CV. And this is exactly what you need to consume. It'll vary. You'll spend anywhere between $100 to maybe $150. But understand, you're not buying a fancy pair of shoes or a fancy meal or a nice hotel. What you're doing here is you're investing into your future. And what happens is you get paid. As you get paid, then you can turn around and take some of these profits to buy your products. And this is what we train to do to make sure that the potential associate can really benefit. And of course, the customers can benefit from the use of our products.
Beautiful. And as you can see here, as you learn the business, you continue to purchase your products, you continue to connect people into the company, and you start teaching them also what to do, then your income will really start to grow. And as you take a look at this chart right here, what you can see is that you first move up to senior associate, earning up to $200 every month, to bronze, earning between $200 and $500 a month, silver, earning up to $1,500 a month, and all the way up to crown diamond, earning up to $40,000 every single month. So if you take a look at these levels right here, just type into the chat, where do you see yourself maybe in 3 years' time from now? So maybe it's gold, earning between 1,500 and 3,000 US dollars every month. Maybe diamond, earning between $6,000 and $15,000 every month. Maybe all the way up to crown diamond. Just type where you see yourself in the chat in the next 3 years' time from now. Okay, wow, I'm seeing platinum, I'm seeing crown diamonds, I'm seeing diamonds. Ah, amazing, amazing. You guys are an awesome, awesome crowd. Wow, crown diamond, even short form for crown diamond, CD. That's very sweet, Alphonsus. I love it. And you know, here is the beautiful thing about our company and how the commissions work. Remember, I said we do two things in our business. We share and we teach. So we're sharing the products in the business with people, and we're teaching those who want a business how to be successful. And that's one of the joys actually that I have in the business, and I know Chris does as well, is really teaching people how to be successful. Wow, I'm seeing a lot of crown diamonds in Cameroon, crown diamonds in Kenya, crown diamonds everywhere, diamonds in Zambia. I love it. Uganda, crown diamond, it's amazing, fantastic. So as you're teaching people how to be successful, Max will be rewarding you. So let's say it's maybe 3 years' time from now, and maybe you've introduced 300 people into the business, all right, who have all become associates with Max, who have all become business partners because you've introduced them. And maybe 5 of them are diamonds with Max International. Maybe they're making 10,000 US dollars every single month. Now, remember, you're the one who's introduced them. You're the one who has taught them what to do and mentored and coached them. And so Max will pay you a commission up to 50% of whatever they are earning. So if you have 5 people earning 10,000 US dollars as a diamond every single month, you can be earning, in addition to your own income in this chart, you can be earning up to $5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, all to you, plus your own income. So if you have people earning $10 a month or $100 or $1,000 or $10,000, you can be earning a percentage of whatever they are earning, depending on the level you have also risen to. And as you rise up the ranks, you will be earning not only on your personally enrolled, we call this a matching check, but you'll also be earning on the people they have introduced and they have introduced and they have introduced, all the way down to 7 generations. So this is where the income is actually unlimited. And there is a wonderful future waiting for anyone who has that big vision and wants to work to achieve it.
Absolutely agree. And as a matter of fact, what brings us to this slide is a support system. You see what Anne was sharing with you is absolutely dead on. So the fact is, you want to show up for class. You want to continue plugging into your groups and your environments and your leadership to make sure that you learn about what Max International is all about, how the compensation plan works and everything else. And that's why the trainings are there. That's why we have offices. I know in Kenya, we have a beautiful office that Tammy and I had an opportunity to witness. I know, Anne, you're there right now. We have team support. We have online business center. Folks, there is nothing missing. The only thing that's missing is you. And at the end of the day, if you made a decision to be here, congratulations. If you are evaluating this opportunity, really get back with the person. We'll cover that at the end here, but get back with the person to get a better understanding of what it is you're looking at here today.
Exactly. And, we have a great network of professionals. So, we get to mingle with each other, right? Meet amazing people like Chris, like our doctors, bankers, lawyers, students, entrepreneurs, business people. So many different backgrounds come together. The trainings are incredible, absolutely incredible, and you don't pay for them. You have mentorship, and we have amazing incentives. So many of us, including Chris and Tammy and me, and others who are here on this call, we just came back from Ireland. And it was truly one of the most incredible trips I have ever been on in my life. And I have traveled a lot, and I have been on some fantastic, amazing trips. But this was really a different level. We stayed in a castle. We had an incredible evening in a cathedral, all dressed in medieval gowns and outfits. I mean, it just was really too special. And so if you love to travel, you need to be on one of Mac's incentive trips, because they are absolutely out of this world, and you can have that experience as well.
Yeah.
Dr. Izzy is with us. Yes, she was, we all enjoyed it so much.
Absolutely. As a matter, I was just about to comment on Dr. Izzy's comment, and I like the fact that Rosina is from the UK, and this is a world presentation, folks. And this is the reason why we're using the US currency, is because we have different people from different parts of the world, different parts of West and East Africa with different currencies and so forth. And that's why we use the US dollars. But keep in mind that every market that are officially operating with Max International will have the actual currency, the exchange, and everything else. But you can actually, for the time being right now, measure these amounts based on the conversion, based on your current conversion right now. But Max obviously has their own that is reflecting on the market. Now, how to get started, we really recommend for you to become a part of the product. And it's important when you start, I know you can start just with your auto ship and everything else, but the reality, think of it like a farmer. And think of two farmers, and both of them has acres of land. And one of them is a bit more conservative. They kind of fear the economy, and they don't really want to spend too much. And they turn around, they're going to say, well, you know what, I'm just going to put in 100 lines of seeds, and we'll see what happens. And then at harvest, we'll get our profit. On the other hand, the other farmer says, you know what, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to put over 3,000 to 5,000 lines of seeds. Do you understand what I'm saying? So one, for example, if we use the example on the screen, we'll put 100 lines of seed, and the other one is going to put 1,000 lines of seeds, right? So at the end of the day, both of them could have great results. But the person who plants more seed tends to have a bit more when it comes to the harvest. But the thing that's really interesting, it's not whoever comes in with a bigger package that will succeed. Are the people, they are the people that are consistently sharing. So regardless of how much money you have to get started, that doesn't matter. But the reality is, don't let the fear of investing and go small just out of fear of investing. If you're able to go big, go big. I'm telling you, it is worth it. This is one of the greatest opportunities Tammy and I have ever been exposed to. I'm sure Anne can speak for herself, but I'm sure she agrees with me. But it starts anywhere between $150 to $1,000. What's the big advantage with more product? Well, what happens here is you don't spend more money because it's more expensive. You're just having more products on hands, which in units, the products becomes a little bit cheaper. So as you retail, you can make it a bit more profit. But at the end of the day, the more products you put in people's bellies, the more people will come back and may want to consider to do the business with you or become your customer. So sorry for the long version on how do we get started here. I just want to give you a perspective.
Fantastic. Well, your life today is a result of your decisions in the past. I'm sure that we would all agree with that. And your life tomorrow will be a result of decisions you're going to make today. Now, for me, joining Max, becoming part of the Max family, was the very best decision I have ever made in my life. And that decision I made 13 years ago. I'm Canadian. I was working corporately. I had a great career. I was making a lot of money, but I wanted to do something that was going to make a bigger difference in the world and change people's lives. And so when I was introduced to Max International, I didn't hesitate. I just started right away. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know anything about health, but I just started and I learned, just like you're going to learn as well. And truly, it has been the most amazing decision. And today, you know, I could never have dreamed that I would be living in Africa. I've been living in Africa now for 8 years. And I could never have dreamed that I would be making this much impact on so many tens of thousands of people around the world. It gives me such joy, such passion, such fulfillment every single day to be doing what I get to do with Max and training and empowering people. And it's a beautiful feeling. It really, really is. And so, you know, you have the opportunity to make that decision. And if you're like me, if you're like, I'm sure Chris and Tammy, the decision could change your life forever. Absolutely.
And I totally agree. And folks, in my case, and I can relate. I mean, pre-pandemic, Tammy and I were on a plane every 2 months, traveling in different countries around the world, supporting the organization, which have grown to be an empire. And what's happening here is the impact. And Tammy and I were talking about that a few weeks ago as we were sharing, you know, kind of moments in our lives, and said, do you imagine how many lives have been impacted by this company? And Anne is absolutely dead on. Is, you know, as much as we're working and growing our future and everything else, it's the impact of people that have been impacted by this opportunity and their families and their lifestyle and the way that they've been able to transform and make better decisions. And some of them started traveling the world and finishing their studies and studying around the globe. And, you know, because of the income, they bought some properties, they made some investments. This is because of the income that was generated from Max International. So you deserve healthy and a financially sound future. And this is what we're offering with Max International. So, Anne, I'm going to pass this over to you to kind of give people a call to action and to kind of finish this presentation.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you know, Chris, you and Tammy have really meant so much to me as two of my amazing mentors. You know, I've learned so much from the two of you. We work together, and I'm really honored to be working with you and Tammy. You know, we used to be neighbors in Toronto. That was really fun. And now I just get to admire your Toronto view when I see it in social media or when I see you on a video call. But it's really been an honor to learn from you and to work with you and Tammy. It's been a great pleasure. And, you know, every single one of us has the opportunity to make a significant change in our own lives and in the lives of others. And what I want you to think about is what you're doing right now, taking you towards the life that you want with as much speed as you want it to. And if it is, and you don't need to do anything different to improve your life, fantastic. But even if it is, believe me, there are people waiting to hear from you, people who would desire that. People who need to hear about the products, people who would love to have an income opportunity that would allow them to make impact and also earn. So even if you don't think this is something that you need because your life is perfect exactly the way it is and you're going everywhere you want to go in the world, there are people that need to hear from you. But if you do want to change in your life, and you do want more, and you do want to make more impact and achieve more and live up to the greatness that you know is there inside of you, then don't hesitate. Just start, because we're going to teach you, we're going to hold your hand, we're going to be there. If you want to learn, we are there for you. And the only qualities that it takes to actually be successful in this business, you don't have to be a doctor, you don't have to know anything about health, you don't have to be an MBA. You know, really what you need are 3 qualities. You need to be willing to put in some effort. You need to be coachable and ready to learn. And you need to be hungry for success. You actually need to want to be successful. And if you have those qualities, then I promise you, you can absolutely achieve anything you want to achieve, as long as you take the first step. and you just get started. So it's been our pleasure to have you on the call with us tonight. And it's been our pleasure to share information. If you're ready to get started, the thing is just to make the decision. All right. And let the person who introduced you to this call, who invited you to join tonight, just let them know you're excited. You can ask them any questions that you have and just get started. We're ready. In many markets around the world, we have promotions that will finish in just a few days. So ask the person who invited you, is there a promotion that you can take advantage of so that you can start in the next few days? And with that, thank you for being here. Chris, I don't know if you want to take any questions, or I know we've got people from all over
and
the world.
yeah, it's entirely up to you. I can stop the recording and, but if there's any questions or comments, feel free to share. We can certainly open it up and really appreciate your feedback. And, again, I don't want everybody to feel kind of pressured to ask the question, but if there's any comments or questions that you want to share with us, we'd love to address them.